Welcome to Yoga Integrated with Calculus. Would you look at that, guys? 10 seconds into the video and I'm already defining a calculus term. What is integration? That would be the area under a curve. The key to yoga would be to breathe. So let's start by breathing in. And out. Alright guys, we're going to start with limits. So we're going to get into downward facing dog. Notice that there's only a certain height that your back can reach. You can continue to try and stretch it, but there's always going to be a limit as to how high you can go. This would be a maximum. If you're into physics, it would be unstable equilibrium. Then we're going to snake into gopher hole. This looks like the graph of e to the x. Passes to the point 0, 1. If you take the derivative of e to the x, you get just this. That's right, everybody. The derivative of e to the x is e to the x. Now we're going to toughen things up a little bit. Let's integrate e to the x. That's right, guys. We're still doing it. The integral of e to the x is e to the x. Now remember how we were talking about maximums? Well, here's a minimum. Into boat. See, it's a minimum because the slope goes from negative to positive. Alright everybody, stand up please. Now we're going to get into the more difficult of calculus, and we're going to go into warrior pose. See, we can revolve around the x-axis. Just like this. Disc method, you'd be using X's. Shell, you'd be using Y's. Now we're going to go into Warrior 2. Revolving around the Y-axis. Discs and washer, you're using Y's. Shell, you're using X's. Now we're going to go into crescent moon. We can find the line tangent to this curve as long as we take the derivative and plug in the points. Other way. If you're doing this right, the tangent line will be perpendicular to your other tangent line. You're probably thinking one of two things right now. Either A, we're going to talk about football. Not a chance in calculus. Or you may be thinking, I've got some pit stains. That's not the case either. See, this is the graph of x to the fourth. We're going to start differentiating equations, alright? So next comes 4x to the third. Take the derivative of that, and you get x squared. You take the derivative of that, and you get x. You take the derivative of that, and you get into a constant. From there, it's very easy to go back into warrior pose, where you can revolve around the x-axis, baby. All day, every day. You can go right back into integrating to a constant. X plus c. X squared plus c plus c. X to the third plus cx squared plus cx plus c. Touchdown, boys. That's all we have for today, folks. The key to calculus is also to practice, practice, practice. You may wake up and your brain might be a little sore from all the work you did today. Well, you know what? You might not want to start integrating e to the x right away. I mean, you might want to take some slower steps into it. Okay, maybe start with differentiating x squareds. Okay? So I'd love it if you guys came back to my show. Thanks for watching.